Well, it is time right now for a look at our Friday morning headlines for Alaska, and it's brought to you by Inland Petro Service, Inc. You know, if you're an Alaskan business, you know the importance of lighting and signage, from installation of new signs to maintenance on your existing ones, LED or neon. You know what, from canopies to parking lot lighting, or if you just need to have a banner installed. Inland Petro Service is the way to go. With over 25 years of experience right here in Fairbanks, they're going to be able to help you with all of your needs. Give them a call. The number is 907-451-1905. That's 907-451-1905. You can check them out online. Their website is inlandpetroservice.com. Many thanks for being a sponsor. inlandpetroservice.com. Taking a look at our headlines today, and noting earlier in the week, of course, they said that there was no sign of Fukushima radiation in Alaska fish. However, they have found something else in Alaska fish, a tapeworm from Asian waters. Yummy. Fairbanks North Star Borough is discussed a resolution last night that would direct the mayor to enforce all of the Borough Code, but specifically to enforce land use rules. Apparently, they feel that the mayor has been lax in enforcement. There was a single-family home that caught on fire down in Bird Creek. It was a total loss, but nobody was hurt. And the Planning Commission here in Fairbanks has approved 2 new pot stores. So it looks like the marijuana business is continuing to pick up around the state. Also, there's a question about whether it's illegal to see a crime but not report it, in light of a story that broke, I think, last week about a crime that was discovered on somebody's cell phone, and they're talking about whether or not they can charge that person for a crime for not reporting the crime that was on his cell phone. And the person representing the state in terms of the Department of Law saying that really it does depend from case to case what your intent was and how you got that video. If you were encouraging the person to commit the crime, or if you were a bystander, it makes a difference. A man died in a fire at a Ketchikan high-rise this week, and the troopers have named the driver who was found dead in that truck that was found burning earlier this month near Circle. He was from Fairbanks, 72-year-old fellow. The IGU board, not surprisingly, voted unanimously 6-0 to approve the gas utility merger. And we see that the invocation policy for the Kenai Peninsula, remember we've talked about this earlier, the whole issue about you can only be a recognized member of clergy in order to offer a prayer in front of that has now been taken to the federal court. Alaska senators are trying once again for a King Cove road. And one of the new proposals that's up for the budget, Mike Dunleavy out of the Matsui area, he has unveiled a budget proposal that involves no new taxes, no PFD-raid, and everybody's looking at that saying, yeah, that's not going to happen. So we'll see where that goes. Also, a couple of other fires around the state. In Nikiski, they battled a couple fires this week, and in Unalaska, 2 buildings were completely razed by fire. It's important to note, of course, at wintertime, people don't usually think about firefighting, but because people are heating their homes or their vacant buildings or whatever it is that they're heating, very often with some form of fire, is very, very hard time of year for fires. Be careful out there. Also, there was another fuel spill this week in the village of Kaktovik after the storm. They noticed that there had been a leak that they don't have any idea how much spilled, but the tank held 4,000 gallons. Also, the Alaska Railroad has announced a new Valentine train for kids this February. I believe it's going to run on the 11th. It's one of those special deals that runs from Anchorage to Indian and back, 2.5 hours. Fun for the whole family, of course, if you happen to be in that area. That's what we've got for Alaska News today. Our commentary is going to focus on friendship in a modern world, especially as segmented and partitioned that we all are. A lot of us cling to the Facebook stuff as if that is true friendship. You'll hear my take on it. And as always, if there's something that you'd like me to comment on, send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Or if you have a news tip, I'd also like to hear about it, steve@radiofreespeech.com. And please become a sponsor, either through Patreon. The link is here somewhere. Also, you'll find a direct subscription available at my website, radiofreespeech.com. Thanks, and tell all your friends.